Good morning, friends. All right, so we are in a supplement series for now, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about vitamin D. So, vitamin D is pretty important. I'm not sure if you're aware, but it is actually vital for your immune system, and it's like a base building block for hormones and other things that your body produces. So if your vitamin D levels are low, your immune system may not function the way it was designed to, and your body may not be as healthy or as happy as it could be. So a lot of you know that vitamin D is actually produced by our bodies in sunlight. Did you know that? Right. It's pretty cool. So, quite frankly, our society lives inside for the most part. Some people live outside. Most of us live inside. I personally am a huge fan of air conditioning. And right now I'm a huge fan of the heat because it's winter and it's cold. Right? I love my fireplace. But, so I don't get a lot of outside time, and I know my vitamin D levels are low. In fact, our society spends so much time inside that even like when you go to the doctor and get your vitamin D levels tested, the normal range that the doctors look at and say, oh, you're normal, that entire range may also be low compared to ranges of vitamin D when people spent all of their time outside. Now, obviously, because of course we couldn't test it back then, that is a guess, but it is an educated guess from people much smarter than me. I'm just sharing that. All right, so vitamin D is made by our bodies in sunlight, and quite frankly, we don't get a whole lot of sunlight. So, supplementing vitamin D is always a very good idea, especially if you can't spend all day, every day out in the sunshine. All right, so what is so different about this vitamin D instead of like the one I get at the grocery store? Why do I specifically like the Young Living vitamin D? Well, a couple of reasons. There are some things that make this a little bit different. So the vitamin D I can get at the grocery store is usually a capsule, which means I swallow it down and it goes down into my stomach and then into my gut, and that's where it absorbs. Well, upon further research, it was actually found that vitamin D does not absorb in your gut very well. It actually absorbs better in your mouth and in your esophagus. So this is not a capsule. It's a chewable. So you actually, I suck on it for a little while and then chew it to help my body absorb the vitamin D better. So even though this is, oh goodness, what's the amount on this? I forget how many units are in here. I should have looked at this earlier. Anyway. So I'll just say like it's 2,000 or whatever. I'm making this up. I did not find this number on the label. So say this is 2,000 units of vitamin D, and the capsule I was taking at the grocery store was like 5,000 units. But since my body can absorb this one better because of the delivery system, I'm actually getting more than I was from the one from the grocery store. Does that make sense? Even though I totally made those numbers up. Anyway. So that's number one. It's a chewable, so your mouth is absorbing the vitamin D, whereas when it hits your stomach, it doesn't absorb so well. So that's first. Second is most commercial vitamin D supplements are made from something called lanolin. Lanolin is found in sheep's wool. I am not sure how well my body absorbs sheep's wool. I don't know. I've thankfully never tried eating sheep's wool. But that is where most vitamin D that is made commercially into a supplement comes from. Young Living of course, does not use lanolin in their vitamin D. This is actually made from lichen. So lichen is like that stuff that grows on trees. It's kind of green. Really good to know if your area is polluted or not and the air quality, because lichen will not grow if there's too much air pollution. So good to know. But anyway, this vitamin D comes from the lichen that grows on trees, which means it's a plant. And I know my body can absorb plants because that is what it was designed to do, right? We can all eat fruits and vegetables and different plants. We can break them down, we can digest them, we can use them as the building blocks that we need. So, plant, and it absorbs in the mouth. Not to mention, it is paired with essential oils like Melissa that not only helps your body absorb more of the vitamin D, but it then helps your body use it the way it needs to. All of Young Living's supplements are paired with essential oils in the formula when they make it to make them more bioavailable. That's a big fancy word that just means your body can use what's in the supplement better. It can absorb it better than if there wasn't the essential oil in there. Pretty cool how the body works. There's lots of research. I recommend you go and look it up. All right. That was what I wanted to... all right. So that's why I like vitamin D. Why do I take vitamin D? Girl. All right. So I take vitamin D every day. A, because I don't get enough sunlight, and B, to help make sure my immune system is fully operational, because we do still have crazy things going around like flu and colds and other viruses. So yeah, I want my immune system fully functioning and able to tackle whatever this crazy world decides to throw at it. So I do supplement with Young Living's vitamin D. All right, guys, if you have any questions, comments, you want to know more, drop it in the comments, send me a message. I will definitely get back to you as soon as I can. All right, thank you so much for joining me, and be sure and stay tuned for our next supplement. Talk to you later. Bye.